Then where you got to go?
I'm gonna meet Johnny. We're gonna
Oh,
fly. You better warm up. I might not go.
is it cold there?
We're at 50 right now.
We're at 37 degrees. It's a warm up, but it's not.
Well, this is warm right now. We got a. They've kind of. I saw something on one of the feeds, one of the weather feeds, and they said they're looking at a weather pattern coming in next week, like the 6th, and they're saying they don't know if it's really going to happen yet, but it looks like it's going to happen. And if it's going to happen, we're going to have some shit for about 10 days. It's a big polar blast coming down. They're saying New Orleans will be like 16 degrees.
Really?
Yeah. And they said they're talking places in North Carolina might be minus.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's how bad this is going to be. And then Zach just now, one of the weather guys, he said, "Yeah, we got some cold weather coming in." He said, "But that's not. Wait till next week." He said, "Wait till next week, like that." And they said, "Well, can you say anything?" He said, We're not going to say anything yet." He said, "But it's going to get cold.
Cold, cold, cold.
It's probably the coldest it's ever been in New Orleans."
No kidding. That's not something to look forward to.
Well, I look this way. This week, I will definitely probably change the antifreeze out in the car. I probably don't have to. I got a tester. I'll test it. It's probably good, but it's like I'm not. I don't want to fool with it.
Good morning, Brenda.
We're live, I guess. Let me go get that chat up. Look who's there. It's actually Justin.
Justin's there?
Yeah, he's in Digital Demon Gaming. Is Justin. Must feel sorry for us today.
Yeah.
Or he's slumming, one or the other.
He's got nowhere else to go, Joe.
That's probably what it is. He wants to be the prodigal son.
Well, we appreciate him no matter when he comes over, when he can.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Ha, ha, ha.
Just ignores his friends. We're going to have an intervention for his addiction.
See, I don't even see any indication that Justin's been here. Oh, there it is. Digital Demon Gaming. What's up?
I went to bed last night, 8:30.
You did?
I just sat here and I was tired. I said, you know what? I turned everything off, went and laid down, went to sleep, woke up at midnight. Woke up at midnight, just woke up. I was getting cold. It started to cool down. So I said, I don't really want to turn the heat on because it's not going to be that cold. So I threw a blanket on and went back to sleep, woke up at 4 o'clock and it was cold. I had the blanket kicked off of me and it was cold. Still didn't want to put the heat on, so I put the blanket back on. And I had an alarm set for 6:30. Woke up at 6:22.
You sound
Just
like
got up.
you're keeping the same hours I am.
And I just got up then. But I was tired. I've been tired the last couple of days. And it's not going to get any better.
Nope. The future is not as bright as what we'd hope it to be.
That's bright. At least we got a future. I'm getting pissed off though. I've got like 5 deliveries coming in, and I got 2 that were supposed to come in today. Now they're saying tomorrow. I got one of them that still should be coming in today, but it's in Jackson, Mississippi. Never made it down here yet, so that might not make it till tomorrow. And I got one coming in Thursday, which is related to the one that should come in today or tomorrow. So it kind of don't matter till Thursday anyway. I got that NAS system coming in.
Oh, yeah, that's what you said.
Let's see where it's at. It says Jackson, Mississippi. So it says it's going to be here tonight. By 8, it's UPS, so it could be. But I'm not hooking it up today. I'm not going to do anything until that other package comes in, because I bought some new RAM for it. It goes from 8 gigabytes to 32 gigabytes because it'll make it a little bit faster. And then they've got 2 slots in there to put SSDs that work as a cache to make everything go. It writes to that and then writes to everything else. So it makes it like triple fast.
Yeah.
And they were on sale. I got 2 of them for like $74 a piece, 2 1 terabytes. So I'll have 2 1 terabyte M2 SSDs, and I'll have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which it comes with 8, and they say 8's sufficient. They said you can upgrade if you want. So I'm gonna go to 32. So I'm gonna triple that, or 4 times that. And then then I've got 3 12 terabyte drives to go in there, 36 terabytes. So when I hook that thing up and start copying, it ought to be lightning. It's really as fast as my drive can, the drive's going to it. So still it shouldn't bog down any.
I keep getting running out of memory space. So I have to go in and delete some stuff, you know?
What you need to do is get you, how many terabytes you got?
8.
Grab a 16.
Yeah, but can I run those with parallel?
Yeah.
Because all of my plugs on that computer are filled.
Yeah, you can get you got external drive or just a drive on the computer?
External drive.
Yeah, what you can do is you can take that 8 and copy it over to the 16, and that'll be like, and then you could, after you know it's copied and everything's over there, you'll have the 16. You could actually get rid of the 8 and and go back and make the 8 just for like a desktop. It's a little complicated, but it can happen.
Joe, now who are you talking to?
Hey, it's not as bad as you think. You just gotta say, you get a right click and say select all, copy, and then paste.
There are days when I go out and fly a ship and I come back and I have to sit here for a minute or two to try and figure out how I download it.
Well, my big thing is I've got a 10 terabyte and 2 14 terabytes. And this is my big thing. I want to take the one that's hooked to it, the main one I'm working with, that I copy over. When I hook this thing up, I'm going to copy the 14. When I get the 14 copied over to it, then I'm gonna take it right there, and I'm gonna go to the other 14 and copy that one in and tell it not to duplicate any file. So it won't duplicate anything. So I should have a clean copy of everything. But I'm also going to take the 10 and do the same thing with and get a clean copy, because it should be basically the same.
Yeah.
So then I should have everything on there in one spot. Then I'll take the 14 that's running this one and delete it and reformat it. And then I'll see how much I've got on that other one. if I can copy that one back, I'm going to copy it back. On the 14, get a clean copy.
What's the biggest desktop drive you can get?
Shoot, they got 20 terabytes now. 22. They got 22s. The place to buy them is Best Buy. You needed to catch it during the Black Friday sales. Let me see what they got.
This is a my book. The one I
Yeah.
got sitting here on the desk, little mini tower type of thing. And I don't know where it lists how many terabytes it is. There it is right there, Joe.
Yeah, he'll say it when you go into it. You got to look. Don't say it. Never says it on it. They've got well, you got right now. You've got an 8 terabyte maybe. A 14 terabyte's $179.
Okay.
Yeah, so but that would give you 6 terabytes more than you have, which is a lot, you know.
Which is the biggest one you can get?
Well, right now I see a 20. Let's see what else they got. I see a 20. See a 22. That's like $500 though. Yeah, when you get into the 18s and the 20s, you're looking at $300. Like I said, you can get a Seagate, which is a good one. It's it's external 3.0 hard drive, 14 terabytes for $179. Normally $319. And
Hey,
Lloyd, how you doing there? You look grumpy.
Yeah, I just trying to get everything set up here so I can see what people are writing.
Yeah, I usually do a pop-out chat and just leave it on the side.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I forgot to do that before I jumped in here. All right. Okay.
So I'm going to fly with Johnny and his son-in-law this morning. They're bringing their FPVs to do all the macro stuff, Zacro stuff with the manual. I'm gonna bring the Avata too and do the same shit without having to work.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm actually bringing the Avata. I'm gonna fly it again. I've got 3 lines on the battery, so give me enough time. Got 4 battery. Get my little 2-minute flights in, 3-minute flights in.
Yeah. I've got to get mine out and fly them. I haven't been flying. I got too many toys. Man.
Well, I'm gonna be bogged down here in about a week, which is gonna be good if we get that weather. It's gonna be perfect timing.
Yeah, it's supposed to. We getting bad weather across the.
Well, we're getting well. The word is okay, and they're not saying it yet. But if you go out on YouTube, a lot of these guys that do the weather are talking about it, and they're talking about a cold front coming through.
Yeah, that's right. A big mass that's been building up in Canada is fixing to drop
Yeah, like
down.
for 10 days. We're gonna get it for like 10 days. And you know, wait, New Orleans is supposed to be like 16 degrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we don't get an ice storm out of it, because every time this happens, we end up losing our power and an ice storm and all that garbage. So,
Well, I'm expecting if it gets that cold, I ain't going nowhere.
yeah, I ain't either. Yeah, I'm the same way. All right.
And they're saying this is like they're saying that parts of like Virginia and North Carolina could be in the minuses. That's
Wow.
unheard of.
You know, it's funny. It's, to me, over the years, you know, from like living here in Oklahoma. Of course, I grew up in Colorado, but living here in Oklahoma, it's a different weather pattern. But I've noticed the whole dip that comes down out of Canada when we get this Arctic blast, as well as the bad storms, has all shifted further to the east.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are getting tornadoes out there, far more than you did 20 years ago. It's just all kind of shifted now, and we're still getting tornado. When we get a tornado now, it's usually F4, F5. An F1, nobody, like, oh, okay, that's an F1. Oh, that's just a thunderstorm. Don't worry about it. No need to get in the shelter for an F1. I mean, that's not true, but that's sort of the way you look at it.
I'm on a group chat with my brother and about 9 people. And every time they start doing that, I get all the group chats. Take me off of that one.
Yeah, it happens to me. I got on one here a while back. It's like, okay, I'm through now. You know,
You
it's
think, Joe,
over.
should I run down and get that chip real quick and come back?
We can't stop you.
You,
Yeah,
Lloyd, and
you're
Justin can handle it, can you?
well.
I'm
We'd
only
be
gonna be here for 45 minutes.
well.
Fucking
We'd be
Sure.
fine if Justin wasn't here, but that's all right. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
What's up, Lord? Yeah,
How you doing, Justin?
Good.
So did y'all get anything fun for Christmas?
Um,
Any new toys?
I got a new keyboard, but I kind of
That's
bought it
nice.
out of necessity yesterday, like 2 days ago. I got a K70 with the cherry switches.
Oh, yeah,
Really nice keyboard.
yeah.
Thing's fucking heavy and it's not very big. It's one of the smaller, more compact
Smaller
keyboards.
ones, but yeah.
The thing is heavier than shit, though, dude. And then I had a K57, but it was kind of an older model, so it had the micro USB port on it.
Right?
And those are just, everybody knows those things are just shitty ports. from
Oh
the
yeah,
beginning.
they never were any good.
Yeah,
I'll be back
after,
shortly, guys.
All right.
after unplugging and plugging a cable in, 1,000 times, those ports go really quick.
Yeah, they do. Oh, and they're so easy to get that thing turned in upside down. That's what I liked about the lightning port on the Apple products is because there's no right side or wrong side to it.
That's why I like USB-C too, because the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you don't
love
matter which way.
USB-C.
Yeah, no matter which way you put it in there, you don't have to worry about it fucking it up.
Yeah. Actually, I like USB-C better than I did the lightning ports that Apple put out because they were a flat blade, everything hung on a blade. It didn't take much for them to
Like to break it.
after a while, well, they'd wear out real bad,
And I noticed cables seem to be getting a lot better now too.
Yes,
I've
they
been
are.
I've been buying the Anchor cables.
Right,
And
right.
oh man, those are like the best cables ever.
Yeah, yeah. I have Anchor like my fast chargers for charging block at 6 different ports. I always buy Anchor. I've got like when I got the iPad 12, the problem with it was that one, they don't give you a brick. When I got the newest one, the iPad 12, actually it was the first one I got, the Pro, the first Pro I got.
Right.
They give you this little, that's when they were still giving out blocks. They give this little 20-watt, brick. Okay. The thing uses 30 watts power. So it was still, even being on the charger, it was still losing 5 watts. And I didn't know that. I kept thinking, why in the hell does this keep running down, even though I've got plugged in? I'd call, so anyways, I started reading about it, and that's when I found out. So I went ahead and got the Anchor thing, and I was still having problems. It still wasn't. And so then I started reading. You got to have a fast enough cable too. It doesn't matter how good your charging brick is, if you don't have a cable that will send that stuff fast enough. So I even have one on my microphone here. It's a 100-watt braided cable, and which means it'll charge at as high as 100 watts through it, and
Right.
and it carries it and keeps, and it's perfect. And but yeah, if you don't have the right one, you can
Yeah.
and plus it does fast data exchange. That's the other thing. Make sure you get one that does both, because no need of having 2 different cables. Just get one that does charging and data.
Yeah, during Black Friday, I actually bought the Anchor. It was the Power Core, the 10,000 milliamp
Uh-huh.
fast charger.
Yeah.
It's even got that, what is it, the PPS technology in it for Samsung.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that thing charges so fucking quick on my phone. And I can charge my phone about 3 times with it before I have to recharge
Really.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
See, I
works
don't have
really well.
I don't have one of those fast chargers, and I've been meaning to get one.
Well, I keep it in my bag. That way, if I'm on the bus or something and my phone goes dead, I can plug it in, you know?
Well, that was a problem I ran into flying down to Florida for the last April for the fourth annual meetup down there. I was on a friggin' plane or sitting in the airport for 3 hours on a whole, on a layover, and my phone was going dead. It's like, so I pull out my tablet and it starts going down a slide. So I had to go to a friggin' gift shop to buy something to plug into. And of course, in the airport, you got these seats there, and they got USB plugs. Half of them don't work, so you got to sit and jump. You can tell the ones that work because everybody's gathered around trying to get plugged into that table.
Yeah, that's
Right.
funny.
Well, and then those little chargers you buy like at the gas stations and stuff.
Right?
A lot of them aren't fast charging, and
Yes.
they'll take forever to charge up a fucking phone. And you won't be able to use the phone while you're plugged in because it will drain faster than it's charging.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what was happening with iPad. Matter of fact, my iPhone 16 Pro, I use I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. But I use a mount that has just something to hold my phone in place, up on my dashboard. It sits on my dashboard. And then it also has a cord runs down to the flashlight and it charges. Well, I had iPhone 13 Pro, worked fine. You
Uh-huh.
put it up there and it automatically shuts on it and catches it. I never thought about getting it with the magnetic mount at the time, but it closes down, clamps it in place, charges. Well, I went over to Fort Smith right after I got it. The friggin' phone ran down halfway home, and it's like it's been in the charger all day. All the time I was driving, going out there and back. And I thought I tried different things. I couldn't get it to charge up. So it's like, well, okay. I tried different plugs, thought that was plugging it in differently, and no, that ain't it. So I came home and started reading about it. Well, the iPhone 16 uses more power, and the charging system and phone mount, they couldn't keep up. So I had to go and get I just ordered another one, but I ordered one of the newer ones that would charge fast enough. And it also has a magnetic mount, which I just love. They just and it's just up there and it holds it. It can doesn't matter how bad my driving is. Phone stays up there. I haven't lost it yet.
Oh yeah, these
Knock on
phones
wood.
are getting crazy. Some of them are getting up to 6,500 watt charging now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like just insane fast. Like mine's S22. It's maxed out at 25. Like it won't allow it to go more than that. But even
right.
25 watts is really fast. Like my phone will be on like 10% and I'll plug it in and like 20, 25 minutes later, it's on like 60, 70%.
Right,
Like that
right.
quick. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I got one of those charging stands. Mount my phone there. I put my watch over the back, and if I want to plug in if I want to do my headsets, I can just set them in their box underneath, my earbuds or whatever. They're not really earbuds, but yeah, I mean, and they charge fast. And I love it. It's just like, one thing though, I did, I, this, when was it? Thursday or Friday? I can't remember now. Anyways, I ordered it and it came in. I got a MetaQuest 3, goggles,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they send this little round, brick with it. And it's like, man, that thing's going to take forever to charge this because I think it was like a 20-watt charger, and this thing I know uses more than that. So it's like, okay, I just plugged it in, but it's all USB-C. I like it. except I wear eyeglasses. Now, when I'm flying the Avata 2, I take my glasses off and because I can't fly with my glasses on. You just, the blurs. So I take my glasses off to fly with the Avata 2, but with that Quest 3 / Oculus 3, because Oculus is who makes them. I have to wear my glasses. I don't know what they did, why it's different, but I have to have glasses. And it's and the part that goes around they call it the facial interface, as it's called.
Right.
Really? It's a friggin' mask.
Huh.
Anyways, it has a thing, it's like facial interface, really? I mean, what's this world come to? But anyways, it'll slide the depth a little bit. That way it accommodates your glasses. But I don't like it. It's not well built. And so I'm gonna get an aftermarket one.
Well, actually, Quest, they got bought out by Facebook. They actually own them now.
Mhm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You got to log in through your Facebook account. I don't like that part of it. And I just looked and I wished I had waited because for the same price, Apple has. I like the looks of the Apple one. I think better than the Quest.
They're kind of giving up on that, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Are they?
I watched the article or watched a video the other day. Apparently, um, it had a lot more issues than they initially thought. And I think they were going to end support for it within the next like 6 months or something.
Well,
Well,
good.
that
Then I
sucks.
didn't.
All the people that bought them.
Yeah, that's $500. Like
No, no,
wow.
no, 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 no. Those ones were like 4 or 5 grand.
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were expensive.
they were like four. I think they were at least 4 grand, if I'm not mistaken. They were like
Okay.
three
I thought they
thousand
were
some
only about
change.
3, but I thought
Hold on,
they
let
were
me
they
look
were
them up.
high.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were. Well, you said
is
500
that
though.
now? Are you talking about the glasses, or are you talking about the actual full
No, the goggles, the
the
actual goggles
goggles?
is that they make.
Okay. Well, what in the hell
Apple.
ones? I just looked.
That might have been somebody's used price trying to get rid of them to sell them to
No, I
you.
I went to the Apple site.
Unless they really reduced them. Yeah, because the Apple Vision Pros, the 512 gig, they're going for
Uh-huh.
4,800.
Oh yeah. It's probably the 128 gig that you can get for 500. And the MetaQuest, that's the thing about the MetaQuest 3 rather than the 3S. The 3S is okay from the looks of it, but the only reason I got it is my grandson got one for Christmas, and we were sitting over there that Christmas Day playing with the damn thing, and I thought, okay, I got to come home and order that. So, but that
Oh, it
this
says they're coming out with glasses that are going to be 500.
okay. Well, I don't know why it said 499.
Apple glasses.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me go to Apple's website because I'm still curious now.
yeah. Check.
That was probably the charging cable, Lloyd.
Yeah, it probably was. It probably was. Well, no, it said I had to scan a thing and then take a picture of my face and then put those numbers in, and maybe that was just for a custom fit mask.
Yeah, that was the consult.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah, they actually are doing 12-month payment plans at $300 a month. And the smallest one that they make is a 256. It's
okay.
512 and 1 terabyte. And the 256 is 3,400. If you want the one
Wow.
terabyte, you're looking at 4 grand, and then the 512s in between that.
Yeah. See, that Quest 3 comes
Ugh.
with 500, it's 512 gigabytes. And the other problem I had because I wear glasses and because years ago I broke my nose, I mean, right on the bridge too. So I have to be careful like what I put on there because it's start. And that with the glasses was forcing the glasses to push down onto the bridge of my nose. I couldn't play but 30 minutes. So I started looking around and I went ahead and got a whole Halo rig for it. And man, it's comfortable. It really
Yeah,
holds it.
one of the things they were actually complaining about was the headband, I guess the original one
Yeah.
that came with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
instead of replacing it, they wanted to charge everybody another couple $100 to buy the replacement band for it.
Yeah, I don't know what they're charging for it now, uh, but
Crazy.
yeah, I bought this one, and it's also got a 8,000 milliamp battery pack that sits in the back. So you can plug it into, you can plug it into your Quest, while it's, uh, and it'll charge from from that battery pack. And so, I mean, it's not a fast charger, but it'll keep it going for, give you a little bit more game time, but, uh, it's comfortable. It costs $25.
I was thinking about getting a Quest because of the price of them,
Yeah,
but
it,
yeah, for the Apple, when I saw the price of theirs, and like it was cool and everything from what I've seen,
right,
I
right.
just I couldn't justify $4,000 on that shit. I was
Yeah,
like, but I don't feel bad for anybody that bought it because I guarantee you 90% of the people that bought it had money to blow like that. I mean,
Hey Lloyd.
who the fuck
hey,
has
Kenny,
4 grand?
how you
Hey
doing?
guys. What's
Hey,
up,
Ken,
man?
what's
Uh,
up?
Hey, I'm not going on video because I'm not dressed, but hey, I own the
Oh, thank you
Oculus
for the picture.
Quest. I own the Oculus Quest 3s if you have questions on those, because you said you were wearing glasses and stuff. I ordered the little prescription inserts that you just put on the inside. They're like $100.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna go up to I got to go up to my eye doctor and grab the script so I can put it in there and order it so I can get. Uh, I think I'm gonna do the same thing.
and then you can get external batteries for them because the battery doesn't last long at all on them.
Yeah, yeah,
Get the ones where they have a magnetic battery. Because I bought a different one, and I'd rather
right,
have bought the magnetic battery because I think it comes with two. And
right,
basically, when you put the new headset, the new head strap on,
right.
then you can connect the magnet battery to the back, and it charges your goggles while you're playing. And then if
Yeah,
that one dies, you can put the other magnet
quick
battery on
swap.
real quick and easy while you're playing, and then be charging the other one while you're playing. It just works a lot
Yeah,
better that way.
I may have to do that because I mean I love the Halo headset I've got. I mean it is friggin' comfortable. It's got a band up here just above that fits just above the the goggles,
Yeah.
right above it, and that kind of keeps that pressure. Then it's got the big pad along the back that drops back behind it, the back of your skull, and it's got one across the top. They're all nicely padded there. It's really comfortable. But I now wished I would have gotten the one with the removable battery or the
Yeah, I
quick
bought
charge
it.
battery.
I bought mine basically for the same reason you did, sort of. When I
Mm-hmm.
travel a lot, my son and I, we both like to play poker, and
Right.
they have Infinity Poker on there, which is probably one of their better games they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be in another state, and we go on there and we can basically we go on Discord and we mute everybody, but we can sit there and talk and
Yeah.
play poker and kind of see each other's avatars. It's kind of like we're in the same room together.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me
I
ask
just
you something. If you're sitting and playing a game like that, you
Yeah.
can't just have it like plugged into the wall. You have to use a
Yeah,
battery.
no, you absolutely can. Whenever
Oh,
I play
okay.
yeah.
poker,
Yeah.
I just plug it in. I bought you can buy different size cords. I bought like a 10. I think I bought no, I think I bought a 16 footer, so I can sit wherever I want and still charge it. But the problem I've noticed with these also, don't buy a 16-foot cord. For whatever reason, it won't charge quick enough and it'll still die on you. So you want to try to get one that's short enough where it'll charge, but long enough to where you have
Yes,
comfortability.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
I
probably
had
go with
a
the 10 footer.
I
I
was
was
gonna say
trying to watch a UFC fight on it, because you can go on the app big screen,
yeah. Yeah.
and there'll be people airing the football games, the UFC fights, and you can go watch the UFC fights. But I noticed my battery started dying, so I had to go grab the cord it came with and kind of lean my head down on my desk so I could finish
Yeah.
watching the fight.
Yeah. I've got it. I have I think when I bought my the iPad Pro, the second generation or third generation, and when I bought it, well, I had to I had to have a fast enough charging cable, and I found the other day I found a brand new one. I didn't know I had a 10-foot braided, really nice one, and so I can plug it in my bedroom there and just lay there in bed and watch it, and it'll stay it'll keep charging. So
Yeah.
Uh,
Another thing I bought was just the cheapest Roku like Fire Stick
right,
because the Quest will work real easily with the Roku, and you just go screencast and it'll automatically screencast onto a TV. So if you're doing like walk the plank, if you haven't got that one, you need to get it. It's like $10, but it's like a gimmick game, but it's a lot of fun.
right,
And you can watch on the TV as people are trying to walk the plank, and it's
right,
hilarious. Especially, yeah, don't push them off the plank. I've done that a couple of times, and people actually get
Yeah.
hurt doing it.
right. There was one game, my oldest son come over. He was been working on his car all day yesterday, his Jeep, and he came over to try it out. And I'd set up a couple. I got a couple things set up there, and so did the because I have my YouTube on there now. I have my Amazon Prime Video on there,
Yep.
and the YouTube 360. There's only like about 15 or 20 of them, but those 360 videos on YouTube are just or at
Oh, they're
least
crazy.
yeah. I was and I've been playing Farm Sim 25 with Grant that you see Grant that comes in the chat on my show.
Yeah.
And anyways, he's in Australia, and so uh been hello Philip.
Hey,
Hi,
Lloyd.
Phil.
They shot.
What's up, Philip?
What's up, Joe? Paul, somewhere. Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul's out there, that ship coming.
Well, he
Hey,
just wandered
Philip.
through a minute ago.
Hey, how
It's
y'all doing?
Ken.
Lloyd,
I've
thank
been
you for
good.
the gift card, sir.
Oh, no problem. I was glad you got it. That's great. I was sitting there thinking, oh man, I got to send those out. I kind of sloughed off a couple days before and after Christmas, and I was on whatever show that was that night, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that. It just took me all of 5 minutes.
Well, I appreciate that. That went toward my new laptop I ordered.
Damn, how big was
Okay.
that gift card?
He bought the power cord, not even the power cord with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I gave out three. I gave two 25s and a 50. Which one did you get, Philip?
I got the 50.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
That's
must
what I
have
thought.
got
I thought you got the big one. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
It paid for a
yeah,
gig.
it was rigged.
Okay,
Yeah.
you must have got that the Chromebook special from Walmart. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't wait.
oh yeah. I got an Alienware here about 3 weeks ago. I love it. I mean, it is just now that my internet works, I love it even better.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, how is your internet working? You like it?
That well, I'm still not on
There you
fiber
go.
optic, but they came out and fixed it. And it's the first time in 30 years that it's actually been fixed right. And I went out, they're getting ready, they're going to bury the cable. But I went out while the guy was coming in and marking stuff, so I went out to make sure my dogs wouldn't bother him and stuff. And I looked down on the ground and there's this piece of paper in a plastic sleeve, and I picked it up. What they had done, because I'd seen him working up on the poles, and before this guy got there, they were changing out all the modules up and down the line. Those haven't been changed since I lived here. They put new cable up, but they never changed any of the modules. And so
It needed it.
it did really bad. Because I've lived here, I moved here in 85. So 40 years. Yeah. So, but just so it's running much better. I'm not having any of the problems I was. I've been having problems now. They'd send a guy out and they'd come up with this thing and that thing. He ran a brand new line, and I don't know I don't think it was the new line, because when I found out they changed the module, I thought, well, you didn't do anything, but what anybody else did, somebody did it on the pole. But yeah, it's working good. The thing about the fiber optic is they offer like a 2 gig download speed,
Yeah.
and then they provide the modem and router, and they're set at 1 gig. So even though you got 2 gig coming in, it's only, you can only inside your house, you can only run it 1 gig down up and down.
Yeah, they throttle it.
Yeah. It's like, Well, why would you pay for it or advertise it if you're going to, throttle it down like that? That's a ripoff. So, but my son has it, and once he got it all set right, and well, turns out he was having problems with his gaming computer, and he had to buy a new motherboard.
Lloyd, while I was gone, Lloyd, did Joe tell you about his dumpster diving issue yesterday?
Oh, Lord help me.
No, what's
I
that?
put that background up because he got a demon on here. So I had to put Jesus' name up here to cast out that demon.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, against justice.
Yeah,
Justice,
against
I mean,
justice
yeah.
demon. So we're gonna fight.
Tell him about your dumpster diving.
I always thought my ex-wife would kill me, So she calls me up yesterday and she says, meet me by the dumpster. I said, for what? She said, because she said, I got some trash to throw away and I don't want to do it at your apartment without you being there. I said, okay, I'll meet you down there. So I go down there, and as I walk up, I'm bringing my trash down. I got to lift up the thing with one hand. I got everything in one hand. I go and I drop my keys.
In the dumpster.
And I heard all the way down. I was ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
shit, like this. So I looked down in the dumpster and I could see him. She can't reach him. No way. So she gets up. Actually, she got up on a chair first. She had a chair in there. And she reached as far as she could. She wound up pushing it under her box. I think she did it on purpose. So I looked at it and I said, I got to go get them because my house keys, everything's there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I climb up in there, which wasn't pretty going in. It was even less pretty coming out.
Yeah.
I lost both shoes going in. I had flip-flops on.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I'm in there shoeless in short pants. And thank God it was almost unfilled because they had just one little section. And the box I was on, all it was a box, empty box with a couple of boxes in it. But when I stepped down and hit the bottom, it was full of water.
Oh.
I'm standing in this water. That was rainwater, so it wasn't bad.
Right.
Up to his ankles in the water.
I'm saying I'm not looking down. I don't want to see what I'm stepping in. It was cold. I knew it was water. But you should see me getting out. I had to take everything and keep putting it on and stacking and stacking and stacking. And then I get this one that's going to get me up there. And I didn't realize it was full of party balloons. So as I stand on it, I get to move and it goes pop, 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 pop back down. Shit.
That is hilarious.
I wish I would have made a video.
Really that needed to be on video.
Let's
I'm
see,
surprised.
What is that, Justin?
I was gonna say any normal sized person, I'd have just reached over and grabbed the keys.
I'd have looked for a wired coat hanger.
Yeah,
I didn't. My fishing pole would have got it, but it was in the car and the keys were no.
But he ended up the story you got out. How did you get out?
I kept stacking bags,
Called
and I
the fire
finally got up to
department.
the last one, and she stood there and held the chair, and I leaned over, rolled over, and got my foot on that thing, and rolled over and got my other foot on it.
Oh,
But I really kind of wish she would have videoed it now because it went viral. Says what happens when you're old and fat and your keys are in the dumpster.
Yeah.
But my son Justin calls her at the time, and they're laughing, right? And I looked at her and I said, "Who was that?" That's Justin. Justin said he's gonna tell everybody. And Justin wasn't here to tell everybody. She goes, "But I was, so I will."
Yeah, you get ahead of it that way. Get in front of it that way. They can't.
Well, Lloyd. That just goes to prove when you think you're not having a good day, it could be worse.
Could be worse. Exactly.
I mean, you could also fly into a pole too.
Yeah. Never lived that one out. But let me tell you the best. I didn't tell you this, Paul. The best part about it all, I'm standing in the dumpster, and the dumpster comes up to here on me. And I'm standing on stuff, and I'm up there. I got my head sticking out. Got the U-Haul truck there, my ex-wife sitting out in front, and the police officer in the next building comes walking out, and he's walking and goes. He just went and got in the car and left. He just goes. Because he knows me. He looks at me in the dumpster and he goes. I'm not
I didn't offer to help. No, just probably.
Even I'm not asking,
Yeah.
So I don't need to know.
Donuts. Yeah, he didn't want to know. Yeah. Another tale to tell at the donut shop.
It was,
But when,
was
when he
actually
when
funny.
he told that story yesterday, Lloyd, it was just funnier than hell.
It's still funny. That
it's
is,
still funny.
yeah, it's still funny. Yeah, that's one of the best dumpster stories I've heard in a long time.
A long time.
Well, I told Johnny, and Johnny's mad at me. He says, "You didn't get a picture of that? You didn't get a picture
I
of
know.
that?"
Yeah,
I said,
exactly.
"Yeah, I should have got a picture. That should have been
Yeah.
recorded."
Yeah, Johnny's wrote in the chat right there. Joe is working for Waste Management.
That's all right.
Oh, Johnny.
That's all right.
I
Johnny's
got,
sneaking in.
I got to get back to work. I just wanted to jump in because I saw
Okay,
heard y'all
Philip. Hey,
talking
thanks
about
for
that
stopping by.
outfield.
Later,
Sorry I
Ken.
missed you, but I did get my ships.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
thanks for
leaving.
the thanks for the info, Kenny.
Yeah, let me
Uh,
know if you want to jump on and play something. I'll be happy
Okay.
to.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you.
All right, guys. Bye bye.
We'll see,
Bye-bye.
Ken.
Yeah, but that would
Oh.
have put that on my channel to go viral. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, probably be the best video you ever put out.
No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't have
Well,
worked.
Well, it would have been
Well,
the
what
most
my ex-
viewed video. Let's put it that way.
My ex would have took credit for it.
Well, she already you don't know if she didn't shoot some of it.
She didn't shoot any of it. I was watching her.
Oh,
They were laughing too hard on the phone talking about it because I could hear Justin in the background. She said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm by your dad's apartment. By your dad's apartment, and he's in a dumpster." He goes, "I don't want to know."
yeah, like, uh-oh. Is there going to be a bail hearing for mom this week? Or, yeah.
I told her, I said, wait, the best, I didn't even tell you this part. I'm trying to get out and my chest starts hurting.
Oh crap.
So I said, shit. So I'm leaning over the dumpster taking a nitroglycerin tablet. You know? And she's just standing there. She goes, "Are you all right?" I said, "Let me get this nitro to work." Finally, the nitro worked, then I rolled out, you know?
Yeah.
That could be a commercial for nitroglycerin.
There you
Yeah.
It
go.
could have been some. Could have been a commercial for stupidity.
Who are you going to get to play Joe?
Probably me.
Danny DeVito.
He won't do it again, but we gotta
Danny
find
DeVito.
somebody.
That would.
Tim
Justin
is too
says
far.
Danny DeVito would be a good Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim is too far. He's too far away. We could TJ.
Oh,
TJ be
TJ?
laughing too much.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't have been able to help you at all. He'd been rolling on the ground laughing.
You'd hear out of the dumpster.
Help me. Yeah. Yeah,
The
definitely.
best part was before I even got in the dumpster. You know how they got those big doors that go up? You know, the ones on
Flip
top.
them up, yeah.
Yeah, I said, grab me your broom out of that thing so I can flip this thing over. And I get the thing almost all the way up, and she comes over to help and touches it, and the thing slides off, and it comes back like a mousetrap and almost knocked me off the chair.
Oh my God.
So
it
your
was-
dumpsters don't have the side that slides open where it's got a door slides?
No, they got the things on the top.
Well, yeah,
you
we
see, I
got
got
we
that.
got the things on the top too, but they also have on one side they have a door where you can slide it open.
But I'm going to go out there tomorrow night, and I'm going to cut those pins, and I'll pull that sucker off and throw them inside. And they can throw them away, and they won't have them anymore. That's what we did before. They put a new one out there.
Well, Lloyd, the reason I brought it up was I thought you would enjoy it, you know?
Oh, I definitely did. That is that's
That's a
one of-
story.
that is a story. Yeah.
Johnny, I don't know what I was standing. I didn't look down. All I know it was liquid and cold.
And he didn't have any shoes on. He was barefoot in the dumpster with the water up to his ankles.
Oh,
It wasn't gushy. That was good news. It was clear water, whatever it was.
yeah, 3 or 4 used diapers and a couple of pins in there, and yeah, that would have really made your
If
day.
I'd have stepped down and something would have went in between my toes, I'd have went, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
And it
Pretty much.
probably literally
Probably
would have
was.
been.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking too, Paul.
No, I'll be honest with you. I looked first and didn't see anything in the bottom of that box. I knew the box was clean. So when I got into the box, went all the way to the bottom of the dumpster, and that's where the water was.
Well, the icing on the cake, Lloyd and Philip, is when he stepped on the bag that had party balloons and it went bum, 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 bum.
That,
Yeah,
that
you would
was
see that. That
hilarious.
would have made
Yeah.
the video.
Oh my
Because she
God.
started laughing, and when my ex laughs, she's got one of these laughs like TJ's.
Oh,
And when I got up there and I started stepping, I'm going going down as I'm stepping.
yeah.
It's popping, pop, 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 and I'm just getting lower and lower. And I just looked down and said, damn, like,
Yeah.
give me another bag. I'm reaching in the dumpster, grabbing the bags we just threw in and throwing them under my feet. And I got nowhere to move in the first place. So I'm putting them in front of me and then picking my foot up, which I can't even lift anymore like that.
Right.
And then rolling out, I hit my shin on that. I thought I really bruised it, but it didn't.
How'd you get the flip flops out?
Oh, one flip flop wound up in the dumpster, one fell outside. So she's laughing. She goes, your shoe fell in there too. I got it. I'll see it. So I threw the shoe outside and I handed her my phone that was in my pocket before that wound up in there.
Oh God, yeah.
And then when I handed her the keys, I said, put the shoes and the keys over there. Get them away from this dumpster.
That is hilarious. That
Yeah, it was
that
terrible.
sounds like crap I do. I wouldn't expect that out of you, Joe. I mean, me, that kind of crap happens to me a lot, but
Yeah, Joe's pretty calculated, and it was an uncalculated Joe moment,
that was it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, he should have seen my face when I dropped those. Because I saw them in my hand. I had them in my hand. I thought I had them in my pocket. And when I saw them in my hand, I reached as I was holding the thing. I went to reach and went, shit. Damn. Looked in there and I don't see him. I don't see him at all, right? I had to move stuff around. Then I saw water on the bottom of the dumpster. I was looking to see if they had a crack in the front of the dumpster, and they didn't. Because some of them have a little crack in the front.
Right.
For drainage, I might have been able to reach it out that way.
That is just too funny.
Well, the first thing she gave me was like a extendable. I think it was like a thing for curtains.
Curtains, yeah.
Yeah, it was a round one, right? So I reached down there, and as I start to get the key, and I do this, it breaks in half and goes flying. Yeah. I said, give me that broom. It was a comedy of errors. Just kept going.
Yeah. Johnny says, Joe, that wasn't water you were standing in.
Yeah, don't know. All I know, it couldn't have been bad because when I came back inside, the dogs never smelled.
Yeah, that's a sure giveaway right there. Yeah.
If they would have come over and smell my feet, would have been in trouble. As soon as we closed up, I went and took a shower.
Oh God, yeah.
I didn't want that on me. I didn't know what it was. It was clear. It was rainwater. I know it was. So, because it had been raining and it probably pooling in the bottom of the dumpster, but you got all the rust and everything else.
Yeah.
And the dumpster had just been emptied the day before. There wasn't that much stuff in it.
Yeah.
I didn't cut nothing. That was the good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You cut something, you go to the doctor, the hospital as quick as possible, get you a shot.
Yeah, definitely.
May 8th, 1995. I can tell you the date. We had a flood in Louisiana. I worked EMS. And my mother's downstairs in the apartment complex we lived in. And I said, I got to go check on it. The water's rising. And I go down there and I knock on the door and I'm walking in water almost to my knees. And she comes to the door. She goes, what's happening? I got water all inside here. I said, what happened? What's happening? I said, don't open the door. I got water outside. I didn't know if it was holding. Right. And she goes, well, I'm in water in here too. I said, how deep is it? She goes, it's like almost to my knees. I said, open the door. So she opens the door and sure enough, it's flooding. It's just getting to the light sockets, right? And electricity.
Yeah.
So I walked over and we're looking for the dog. Can't find the dog. It's a little Yorkie. She's swimming around in it, right? She was swimming.
Yeah.
Trying to get on the sofa. The sofa was up to the top of the sofa.
Right.
So I walk in her room and her light starts flickering in her room, right? I reach over and grab the cord and pull it. As I go to pull the cord, it grabs me.
Oh my God.
Right? It grabs me.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and it jolted me. When it jolted me, I couldn't breathe. I stopped breathing. I was gone. And I couldn't breathe. And I'm sitting there and I looked at her and I said, shit, she can't do nothing. And I worked EMS, so I know. So she's looking at me and I'm starting to get lightheaded real fast. I
Right.
reach over on the bed and I grab the bed and I start doing compressions like this on the bed. And
Right.
all of a sudden I
Right.
started breathing again. So I don't know if my heart was trying to stop or what, And then she looks at me and I said, punch me in the chest. Because my heart didn't feel right. I said, just punch me. So she punched. I said, it's not hard enough. Punch me. So she did. And I started feeling better. So I think what was happening, I was getting like a fibula,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a little
AFib.
fibula,
Yeah.
AFib light.
Yeah.
So I go and I hit her main breaker. And I'm going around checking on other people that are old down there.
Right. Right.
In the process, I brushed something and cut my leg. And I didn't realize, I felt something kind of hit me. And I'm looking to see if it was a snake first off.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's the middle of the night, so that's even worse. So I come back and I notice I got a little cut, right? So I go clean it up and put everything on it. Next morning I get up and I'm going to work. And as I'm on my way to work, I'm going to the hospital. So I'm gonna tell them I need to get a tetanus shot, And I tell them,
Right.
before we start my shift, I'm running a fever. When we started, I went in, I said, I might need a tetanus shot. I'm getting the fever now. I told them what happened. And they said, yeah, we'll monitor today while you're here, like that. So what they do is they give me the shot. I go in, all of a sudden, I'm up to 104 fever.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wow.
That's high.
It had to be some kind of infection. They looked at me and they said, you need to get home, but you ain't driving. So they got me home. But I had 104 fever for about an hour.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Yeah.
They gave me all kind of antibiotics and everything.
Yeah. It doesn't take
Joe,
long for that.
I thought you were fixing to say, no, I said hit me in the chest, not in the face.
Yeah. No.
She's getting back at you for the trouble that you caused her when you was little.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So did everyone have a good Christmas?
It was
Yeah.
good.
I changed my background. The demon left.
Yeah, I just noticed Justin left, didn't he? Where'd he go?
Yeah, I probably offended him.
As much crap as I gave him, I doubt it.
He'll get over it.
Yeah. Yeah. We went over and opened gifts on Christmas Eve, which is, our tradition, but we went over to my youngest son's house. And my two grandsons and future granddaughter was there, granddaughter-in-law. And so we did our gift exchange and everything and sat around and ate just, snack food. And then the next day, nobody really was planning on doing a big dinner. So me and my oldest son, who lives next door, just thought, well, we'll find something around the house. And my daughter-in-law says, I'm making a big pot of brown beans and cornbread. And about 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'll be serving. And both my son and I wrote back, we'll be there, because we didn't want to have to cook. Oh my God. And I'll eat brown beans, I'd fix them for Judy all the time, but I wouldn't really. But man, those were good. The only problem was I kept adding picante sauce to mine I just always have. And boy,
Like
that
pinto
night,
beans
man,
or red beans or kidney beans or what?
pinto beans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around here, we just call them brown beans, which is pinto beans.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we do the kidney beans down here.
yeah. We use
Yeah,
that
today
for
is red beans and rice day every Monday.
oh, yeah.
It's been a tradition in Louisiana as long as I remember.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Every restaurant's got them. Yeah,
I know when we had,
tomorrow I gotta cook. I got a ham to cook.
ooh, that sounds good.
I do it a little bit different. I do it in the pressure cooker. I
Okay.
put it in there, put a little bit of stuff. I'll put like a Dr. Pepper or something in it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to give it a
Sweeten
little
it
bit,
up.
sweeten it up and all.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is I put it in the pressure cooker for about 35, 40 minutes. And the thing, it's a spiral. You open it up, it's falling apart.
Right.
And you
Right.
take it out, put it where you're gonna put it. And what I usually do is slice it up and then lay it in there. And after I slice it up, I throw all the brown sugar and shake it up real good. So it kind of
Yeah.
sticks to it,
Right. Right.
And then I've got a container full of ham that I could do whatever I want with. And then the bone, you see that ham bone? When I take that ham bone out,
Yeah.
ham bone's gonna be put in the freezer until next Monday, and it'll be in the red beans and rice.
Okay, cool.
Either that, or I'll either make okra. I'll put okra with ham. There's
Right.
okra and tomatoes and stuff like that. I've actually got canned okra. Does better than the ones I have. So
Really?
it's better than fresh, and you just mix that with the ham, or you take that and I might make split pea soup. I don't know what I'm gonna make. If it's cold, I'll make a split pea soup.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind okra when it's fried. I love fried okra, but I just can't do that slime okra, that boiled okra. It's just
I tell you to do it. You put the okra in a pan by itself, slice it up, and you put it in there and put a couple of tablespoons of vinegar,
okay.
and you just cook it down. All that slime cooks off.
Really?
Yep, that vinegar just takes it off. My dad was the okra growing man of the world.
Oh wow. Yeah.
My grandmother had a yard that was like an L shape, and
Right.
it'd go back like 150 feet, and then about 100 feet into it, you got a 50-foot section that went back another 100 foot,
Right.
and that 100 foot was nothing but a garden.
Yeah.
They planted everything, and my dad used to have so much okra growing that the neighbors would get it. We had too much. And that was his favorite. He loved okra. But
Yeah,
he
Warren
said,
says canned okra.
well, I'll get a can and show you.
I wasn't going to get on this morning, except I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. I fell asleep early yesterday, and I fell asleep like at 7:30
Yeah,
last night.
Joe and I were the same. I was up and down all night last night.
Yeah. I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock, and my leg was cramping. It's like, oh man. So I got up and took something for that to get it. What is that, Joe?
Tomatoes, okra, and corn.
Oh,
So a company
okay.
called Margaret Homes, right?
Right.
You take this, put it in the pan and start sauteing it, and you throw some pieces of chicken in there
Yeah.
and run it over rice. You're talking about good.
Now
And
that I
seasoned
could,
well. They have butter beans, and the butter beans is better than I can make them, you know? And then I bought this right here the other day when I saw it, seasoned cabbage. And that's going to be
okay.
for New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. Yeah.
I got the black-eyed peas, the cabbage, and the corned
Oh
beef in
man.
there.
We're,
And this way I
we're,
don't have to cook the cabbage. I just have to heat it up.
we're having black eyed peas and scallops and the cabbage.
But the $1.25 at the dollar store, $1.35 at Walmart. They're starting to get them. But this
Yeah.
company makes good stuff.
I'll have to check them out and see if we got them in
Yeah,
our area.
I buy this one right here. I've got like 6 cans in there because when I don't know what I want to make, I get a couple of chicken fillet breasts, cut them up, cook them, and then put this stuff in and put it over rice.
Yeah. Yeah. Judy used to fix the black eyed peas for New Year's. I just have never liked them. Black eyed peas compared to say pinto beans or kidney beans. To me, black eyed peas taste like dirt. It's like, I've just never been a black eyed pea fan, but Judy, well, my dad had it every year for growing up. He was from Arkansas, so it was a really big thing, down here in the South.
Well, every year for 1st of July, the 1st of January, black eyed peas, cabbage, and corned beef. It's supposed to be for luck and money and all kind of stuff. I'm not superstitious. I'm really not superstitious.
Right.
But I'm not taking a chance.
Well, that's, one year I was going up to the bank because I get paid on the first, but when the first is a holiday and New Year's Day is always a holiday. So,
Yeah.
hey, Warren, but,
Hey, Warren.
I went up to the bank and they had this big display up there by each one of the tellers could always go in. And they were giving out black eyed peas at the bank. It's like, now that's something I'd never seen before. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So, and they,
Yep.
they had a bank label on them and they, they were, because I'm sure they came from here locally. We have a place called, I don't know if you guys have seen it in your stores, but it's Griffin's waffle syrup. Uh, anyways, yeah, well, Griffin's is right here in Muskogee. It's made here in Muskogee. Old man Griffin and then his son-in-law, uh, they made a fortune, but they do a lot of canned goods and
Yeah.
so it's either the Bushes, because we have a Bush beans factory up
Yeah.
in Tulsa, I think.
That's good beans.
Yeah, yeah.
So that weather we had go through here yesterday, about 6 miles to the east of me, had a tornado go through.
Yeah,
They
I
said
was
it was
looking
an
at
EF1. They said it wasn't a wide path, but it was about a mile long.
right.
They showed the damage, and then they come out this morning, and it's Lacombe, Louisiana. It's right next to Mandeville, right? You
Right.
go from Mandeville to Lacombe. Go Mandeville, Big Branch, Lacombe, like that's a little bitty town. And I mean, they might have 4,000 people, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. So I went out there last year, and I was driving around looking for a place to fly the drone. And I went down the road. I said, "Let me go down this way. You get close to the river, and I'll see what it's like." They got the Bayou Lacombe that goes through. So
Right.
I get down there and I found out they got a big boat launch I never even knew about. So I get down there and this river's huge, and I flew that thing a few times, right? So they come out this morning. They identified the body. They found the person that was shot at the boat launch yesterday,
Oh wow.
right?
Wow.
And this is it's quiet town now, right?
Yeah.
Both names, one of them's last name is Benegaris, the other one is Lopez. So I'm wondering how legal they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm starting to see a lot more people around here that never been here before.
Right. Right.
So I guess I'm gonna start making sure my guns in my back pocket.
Hey, I started carrying uh God 10 years ago.
Yeah,
And well, Judy and I had gone up to see my brother near Oklahoma City, and then we blew a tire on the way home, and it's kind of dark. And we were sitting out there waiting for our tow service come over, and we waited and waited, and of course the highway patrol come up. He checked on us a couple times, and yeah, we're still waiting. They're lost. I told them right where we were at, and they just finally, this other guy was from a different tow company. He driven up, took care of something, came back and saw us and spun around and came up to
yeah,
us, and I told him who was with our insurance company. He says, so I gave them a quick call, the dispatcher for the insurance company that calls it,
yeah,
and I told her, and he says, let me talk to him. And I said, this guy's pulled up, and I said, he's offering to do it for us, but he just needs to talk to you. So I handed him the phone. They they uh they authorized him right there. Yeah, go ahead and take care of him. He's been waiting for 3 hours. And
yeah,
it was so we had to go to the bathroom and everything. So we went down to the nearest, there was a McDonald's off the expressway there. So we pulled in there, and he pulls in behind us. I forgot to have you sign this. Oh, okay. I get in there, Judy's in the bathroom. I've ordered, I went and then came back out and ordered, hamburger and fries for us and something to drink. And I'm sitting there, and the friggin' dispatcher from the first company finally calls and says, and she's some gravelly old, she sounded like an old hooker from some bar, and yeah, I'm still needing a tow truck. No, I don't. We had some other company came and picked it up. Well, okay, I'll notify the insurance. I said they authorized the other guy to take care of it. I said it was they only called you 3 hours ago.
yeah,
Well, he got lost. I said how could he got lost? I said there was only a 10-mile stretch there. He could have seen us.
yeah.
It's like friggin' idiots. But that's when I decided to go ahead and get my concealed carry and all that, because we weren't constitutional carry then. And
Shoot,
I've
we're all of
renewed
that
it.
now.
Yeah,
We're open carry, constitutional, veterans can carry.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what
And
we
that
got here.
happened within 6 weeks of our new governor. Came in and everything got run right through.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
they've
we've
been trying to do constitutional carry and it kept getting voted, it kept getting knocked down. The governor said, I'm not signing it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, my concealed carry license expired. I got to get it renewed here next week. And because I got 30 days after it expires to get it renewed without having to go
Yeah,
take.
don't forget.
Yeah. Well, I just about forgot, and I got to go down and get because you got to have a passport photo. And
Yeah,
I just go down to
Post
Walgreens.
office.
They do it. Yeah.
Yeah, either one.
Walgreens. Yeah, they have a little screen they pull down, snap the picture, put it in, $5-6, get 2 copies and send it in. And it's not as expensive. It used to be $100 for 5 years. Now they've dropped it to 85 now. So
I'm thinking about going sending to Florida and getting one. Because I can
well,
get Florida will give you an out of state concealed carry. And
right.
it
Well,
does more states than it's for 5 years.
yeah.
It's like $130. And it is more states than Louisiana, and Louisiana is like 150, and you got less states.
Well, that's the thing about Oklahoma. I think there's about 36 to 40 states now that they're,
Yeah.
got reciprocal carry. That's the only reason I get it, because, we're constitutional carry, but I could, but I want it so like when I go over see Mel over in Fort Smith, I'm
Yeah.
crossing state line there.
That's
And
why I want it, because if
yeah.
I go to Mississippi, I want it in my back pocket too,
right.
so. Hey, Paul, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go meet Johnny.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I got to jump off too. I got a little emergency to take care of. So,
Okay.
So
We
I'll
got
see you
that.
later today, Paul. Actually, I may see you. I think I got a 5 o'clock game. I'm double checking to make sure they're all playing.
Okay,
and I might
Okay.
be able to jump on later on this evening too, Paul.
okay.
I'll see y'all
Lloyd,
later.
are you staying or you're going?
Now I'll stay if you are, but if you're wanting to go, that's fine too.
Well, I've got that chip to edit, and that's what I was,
Yeah. Well, that's fine. You want to call it then?
okay, yeah, I guess we'll just call it 10, 12. Unless you want to stay and put up with me being a little bit silent.
Oh, I think I'll probably go lay down and take a nap now that this.
Okay. Everybody, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks, Lloyd.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll see everybody later today, 5 o'clock Eastern.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye for now.